Eating breakfast in the wrong way could be one lethal thing that you are including every single day in your life and in your diet. And when I say eating breakfast in the wrong way is because most of us, we think we have the idea that breakfast is like little desserts, or breakfast is orange juice, eggs, bacon, toasts, jam, peanut butter, and all those things mixed. Or breakfast is fruit juice, here, my friend, and his cereal and every single thing, but we always look for that. And I want you to remember this. This is something new. This is something that it was a creation from different ways of marketing that started in the 1900s. We didn't used to drink orange juice before that. That's a creation after World War II, when oranges were rotting and they decided to pay physicians a lot of money in order those oranges to not get wasted. So they said, oh, what happens if we make physicians recommend patients drinking orange juice because they are good in vitamin C? And we did that. What are the big mistakes of breakfast, and how does breakfast contribute today to every single thing that we have, like cardiovascular disease, cerebrovascular disease like strokes, diabetes, prediabetes, being overweighted, obese, and all of the things that we have today? Which are the worst things that you can include in your diet? Number one, sugary cereals. Every single sugary cereal. Again, when they say, it's amazing how they allow these companies to say they have fruit, when they say they have the fruit shape or the fruit flavor, but they don't have fruit at all. So avoid sugary cereals. They are high in sugars, in processed foods, in chemicals from petroleum. They are high in processed wheat and a lot of things all combined, which are going to be detrimental for your health. Number two is processed meats. Processed meats are very high in colorants, in flavors, in nitrates that are shown to give stomach cancer. Sometimes they're very, very high in sodium. Sometimes they add wheat and you don't know, and maybe you have some problem with wheat, or you have some sort of allergy or intestinal problem related to wheat or to gluten that you need to avoid, and you're not taking into account that these processed meats, all these processed hams, pepperoni, salami, and all of these that you find, and the ones that you find that are especially very cheap, look for the ingredients. Number three is artificial sweeteners. Look, artificial sweeteners are chemicals. That's why they don't have calories. This guy, if I eat it, it has no calories at all because it's not food. It's not a nutrient. Only things that have nutrients have calories. If it's a macronutrient, protein, fat, or a carbohydrate is going to have calories. This has no calories at all, but I can eat it all. Artificial sweeteners are chemical compounds. Number four is all the fried foods that we are including, like donuts, hash browns, fried eggs, all these deep fried pastries, and all these things that we're including. Again, seed oils, that if you haven't seen our video on seed oils, I encourage you to see it. I'm going to leave it over here. Seed oils, canola, sunflower, corn, cotton, and all of these seed oils are very dangerous for our health. And we don't notice that when we lose the balance in between omega-6 and omega-3, when we eat these high amount of omega-6, we can lead to inflammation when we lose the balance because we are not including enough omega-3. But for sure, we're eating tons of this, plus all the chemicals that these seed oils have on the inside, and no one is talking about. Number five is all these syrups and toppings. We love to sprinkle this color things on our food, or on yogurt, on our fruit. We used to go for this syrups. Some people say, oh, you need to go for agave syrup, which is wonderful. No, agave syrup is very dangerous. It's 80% fructose. Number six is fruit juice. Fruit juice is very, very dangerous. When you eat fruit, you have the right amount of sugar, the right amount of glucose, of fructose, and you have fiber. Fiber helps you stop eating. When you eat an orange, you stop. When you squeeze 4 or 5 oranges to eat a 10-ounce glass of juice, you're eating the sugar of 5 oranges. When you eat the sugar of 5 oranges, you could be eating in between 50 and 60 grams of sugar. You know how much is that? That's around 14 to 15 tablespoons of sugar in one glass. Number 7, please control the amount of white bread, even if it's whole grain, because it could be processed whole grains. And when you eat processed whole grains, the amount that they have the capacity to spike insulin and to spike glucose, it's going to be very high. Sometimes they use that as the primary source. They blend it, they process all that, and they start losing part of the fiber in the process of processing these flours. So you need to be very, very careful with bread and with pastries. Please avoid these sweet yogurts, these things that only have processed milk, added flavors, sugars, sweeteners, artificial colors, artificial flavors, artificial everything. And also be careful with breakfast bars, because a lot of people go for just a breakfast bar and they don't take into account what's in there. And most of them, what they have is a lot of artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, artificial colors, artificial everything. They have a lot of vegetable oils, a lot of sugar, a lot of things that you don't want to be taking. Sometimes it says yogurt breakfast bar high in protein, and you go for that, but you don't look what's the rest of the things that it's in there. So we have said the things that you don't want to be including, and most of the things that everyone's including. What can you do? It's very easy. Look for the same things, for the same foods that you consume every single day. If you like meat or any type of different meat, even if it's beef, poultry, fish, whatever, in the morning, eat it. Who says you can't? Or if you want to go for eggs, but don't fry them in vegetable oils. Try to look for ghee, olive oil, something different. You could go maybe for some sourdough or for something that it's made more naturally, and you can control. Have one slice. Mix it with good amounts of fats. Get some olive oil, some avocado, get some good amount of protein. Why don't you add some fruit? Yeah, whole fruit. Don't get a super high bowl of fruit with honey and with a lot of sugar. And no. Get the right amount of fruit, the one that you want. You don't need to be afraid of eating mango or papaya or bananas because they're going to spike my sugar. No. If you control the amount of what you're eating, and when you eat a good amount of fiber, when you eat a good amount of protein and a good amount of healthy fats, everything is going to be under control. So what could you eat? Avoid sugar. Avoid fruit juice. You could drink some water, lemon water. Have you seen the video on lemon water? It's spectacular. I'm going to leave it over here. Lemon water. You can take some black coffee, or if you want to add some heavy cream to your coffee, go for it. Perfectly. More healthy fats. They're going to be fantastic for your health. Good amount of eggs. Maybe try to put some, mushrooms to your eggs so you increase the amount of protein that you're getting. Maybe get some spinach, some kale, something to add more fiber. Get a side bowl of some fruit. Get some nuts and seeds on the fruit so you increase the amount of fat, the amount of protein, and the amount also of more fiber, plus the fiber in the fruit. When you eat, or you can add a toast, again, olive oil and some avocado on top, or some fatty cheese, some cured cheese on top. They're going to be very high in protein, very high in fats, but they're not going to have any lactose at all. And the casein that could be detrimental for your intestine, it's going to break in the process of the cheese to being matured. So it's going to be better than fresh cheese. But when you mix this, and when you start making savory breakfast, or you can mix something savory with something sweet, but something sweet coming naturally from fruit in it the natural way. Don't mix it, don't blend it, don't make juices, don't extract the juice from the fruit, because when you do that, it's going to be very dangerous. When we're not aware of this, when we think that this is breakfast, and when we think that this is the way that we've been doing it forever, and that we can keep on doing this, then things start to go wrong, and they go really wrong. And breakfast today is one of the leading causes of chronic disease in the world, especially in developed countries, because these are things that we think that we need to be consuming since we come out from our mom's belly until we die. There's something that we can change, something that we do every single day. And if we do it in a wise way, in a scientific way, it's very easy. And it's going to, instead of giving problems to my health, giving health and giving good amount. If you want to contribute and if you want to help us so more people can find this content, it's very easy. It's just to share the videos with the people that you want, with your contacts, with your family. Please remember to hit the like button so more people can find this content. And before you leave, please remember to subscribe and to hit the like button so every time we make new videos, you're going to be the first one to get notified. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. ¿qué se dice? ¿Cómo se dice integral? Eh, whole grain.